Credit cards have literally hijacked our lives to the point where we don't even think about being debt free. Now, I have never really thought about being debt free until I started seeing other people have that lifestyle. It was never a goal for me. I was never even taught it. So I wanted to make this video to talk to you guys about how we are being hijacked of being having a debt free future, and how you guys should also think about teaching maybe your children or even start learning about these things yourself. I always talk about credit, and I haven't seen a few comments like, you shouldn't even be using credit cards, you shouldn't even do this, you shouldn't do that. And I'm like, let me just make a video to address this on what I have learned about it and what you guys can do to make sure that you're not fully hijacked. If this is your first time watching my videos, my name is Rickita. I always talk about real estate. I talk about credit. I always talk about credit cards, which is why we're actually making this video, because I always talk about credit cards. So if you guys love this video, make sure you guys like it. Leave a comment down below to tell me like what's going on in your head. Like, okay, Rickita, I hear this, I hear that, but this is what it is, you know. And I'm going to put a little bit of my business out there on what I'm trying to do for myself and also for my children. So one reason why we have been hijacked is because of the convenience and the marketing. We have gotten marketed to so much by these credit card companies, and I didn't even understand it fully, didn't even know I was being marketed to. But you got to think about it. When they say, oh, you're going to get cash back, or say like we have the Apple Pay now, you know, you can just go ahead and just tap. Now it's easy to just have your credit cards on there. You can also put your debit card on there, but a lot of credit cards promote that. And then the flexibility too. Some people think, okay, well, I can just pay off my credit card later on. I could just use this right now. We think about the convenience of the flexibility of it, but we don't think about the other things. And I was talking to my daughter, I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday. I was like, why do I always think about doing all these fun things? And then I'll be like, this is a lot of work. And she was like, you always think about the best parts of it and not all the work you got to put into it. And I think that's the same thing with credit cards. We think, oh, we 0%, or we can charge this now. But you forgot that if you don't pay it, you're going to get charged a lot of interest. So that's something we got to think about. Another thing is we got to think about the consumerism of it and the materialism of it. We are so materialistic. And I'm saying we because I still have a lot of stuff in my office that I have to clean up. Like my office to me is a mess right now. Well, anybody who came in here is a mess. But that's because it's materialism. Some of this stuff I don't need. Like I can look around and see, oh, I got that because of this, or you know, we be sold so many things. So many things are promoted to us too. In terms of if you go on Amazon just get one thing, they're like, oh, you know, you got a promotion. I know you guys have seen that $5 off of this or 20% off of this. Use it to apply for that one item per order. You know, if you guys are on Amazon, you should know. Unless it's just a thing because I got the Amazon credit card too. But we're being promoted so many different things, and that's why we are using a lot of more credit instead of just using our debit cards, because a lot of people don't have it and they're still spending it. So just think of that. Also, it's easy access. We have very easy access to credit cards. Like you can literally apply for a credit card today and use it today, which is like, what? Like, I know when I got my GM Rewards credit card, I applied for that. They said, hey, you know, you got a virtual credit card right now. Go ahead and use it right now. Also, the Apple credit card, you have that money right now. You got approved for it, add it to your Apple wallet, use that money right now. We are able to use these credit cards right away. It's a lot of credit cards out there where you can get a I was like a virtual card. It's a temporary card until your card actually comes in the mail that you can use. So we have very easy access. And like I said, you can apply right now for a credit card, get it and use it. You can be in the store and get all of this done literally. Like, oh, there you go. That's the $4,000 I needed. So that's another reason why we have that. And then last but not least, a lack of education. So I know I'm going into a lot of things as to why we have this problem, but I want you guys to understand that we are not being taught these different things. I have goals to teach my children about these different things. And I talk to my daughter, I talk to my sons about different things around credit. Like, look at this, look at that. I put them in my business on things that you guys will be like, I will never tell my kids that. I just think that they should know these different things. Like, hey, I just got this credit card. This is what I'm going to do with this one because it's 0% APR. This is what I'm going to do. Look at the limit. I even told my daughter that, you know, a certain credit card, this is the one I want you to use. You have to pay back. She have not fully did this, but this is something that we have to start doing this upcoming year because she's 14 right now. She's about to get her permanent in June. Think about it. She needs to get on this now because I want this stuff to be normal to her, and I want her to understand debt right now. So we were not taught these different things. So we have to make sure we turn around these different things and start doing more stuff, such as, like I said, the financial education. Start teaching your kids these different things. Start showing them when you paying your bills, how you paying your bills, how to set up an auto pay. You guys don't know how many people I talk to that don't know these basic things, and I just realized we just haven't been taught these things. And some people feel nervous talking to me, and I'm like, I've been where you at. That's how I know how to do it. Okay, I've been where you at, and it's still things that I'm parenting my parents about, like, you got to do this, or this is how you do that. We just were not taught it. Okay, and it's okay, but we need to seek out this information. That's one thing. We can't just say we've never been taught it. It is what it is. We have to make sure that we actually teach our kids these things. Also, we got to make sure we promote using cash. And we have to teach them how to use cash, how to manage cash. It's to the point where people just know, I'm using my credit card and I'm just going to pay the minimum balance. That's a lot of people's thoughts. And it's like, no, you need to start using cash. Until you can manage your cash fully, you shouldn't be using a credit card. Because you had that credit card, you just think, you know what, I can spend more. I can spend it where I got a $10,000 limit. I can spend 5,000, and that's not what it should be. So we got to start promoting and normalizing using cash. Also, we have to make sure we advocate for different things happening in this, happening with credit cards. We have to think about all of the different companies out there that's doing things and that's setting laws, and we're not saying anything on our behalf to help us. And I think about this when I think about how they're trying to stop people from actually getting different rewards or cash back. They're trying to stop different things. And I think that we should take advantage of what we have to take advantage of in terms of things that's going to help us, but we should also put different laws out there. We should try to get certain laws out there to help us, some consumer laws that can really help us. So we have to make sure we ask for certain regulation and consumer protections. And also the cultural shift and the mindset change. You guys have to look up, you know who made me really think about this stuff? I started learning more about this from Dave Ramsey. When I started watching their videos, doing a debt-free scream, I'm like, let me hear him pay a car off. And this was less than 2 years I had it. And now I have another vehicle. I'm like, I need to pay this one off too. And it's coming up on a year. It hasn't even been a year now, but I'm like, this needs to be paid off so I can have this one paid off in less than 2 years. And it's like, don't get another vehicle. Don't go through the same cycle again. Make sure that you're, not paying interest on any of your credit cards. I've been past that. Like, I'm not paying no interest on a credit card. I don't care. I figured that out. But you have to figure these different things out. You have to change your mindset and start learning how to literally spend only what you have. Don't put a lot of stuff on credit, because guess what? Eventually you're going to have to pay it. I talked to you guys about Klarna previously, about that buy now, pay later, and how 23% of those people that set up those different things don't even pay it. And that's what they're banking on. And if you don't pay it, you're starting to get late fees. On top of having these late fees, you have to think about how much they're going to charge you in interest because you did not pay. So these are just a few things that I want to talk to you guys about. If you guys have debts, things that you need to tackle, please go to my website. Let me make sure I put it down here for you. Go to Rickita.com. I have free dispute letters there that you guys can use. I also talk, I have a lot of my credit 101 so you guys can understand credit fully. I think I have like 60 something episodes now, which is really good. I have even more coming for Credit 101. I'm going to focus on this topic because a lot of people don't understand the basics of it. Like, what's the FICO, how to understand that, and also how credit cards work. What's the rules around medical debt? All these different things that we were never taught. Please go ahead and check that out. And if you guys have any questions, also go to my website and use that link to schedule a call. It's right there at the top for you guys to schedule a call. I'll see you guys in